The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 28. Get the Nasdaq up 11. S&Ps are up 3. Gold contracts trading up $6.70 at $1,348 an ounce. We have silver up 9 cents at $19.89. Platinum is up $7 at $11.57. We have the oil contract up 37 cents at $43.40. 10-year notes up 2 ticks, 132.04. 30-year bond up 19 ticks, 172.08. King dollar down 280 ticks, 96.06. You got the euro trading at $1.11, and we got the yen at 101. And it looks like we're gonna have a little action out here again today.
Where's the action?
Well, it's moving around. That
bit,
DAX.
right?
Well, if we go overseas, yesterday, the DAX had failed on price and volume. What that specifically means, folks, is that you get over highs, you close underneath them, you have lighter volume, and guess what? It says, I don't care if I did that or not. I'm going higher again. That is an indication that, guess what? This market does continue to want to go up. It's stretching it on lighter volume, but guess what? They're stretching it, man. And as we do each and every day, we get our man, Mr. Kevin Hincks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, Kevin and Scott have a great show, swim lessons. You can get it right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, phenomenal platform, come over to our website at TFNN. Hit the Thinkorswim banner. You can bring it up. You can trade with paper money. You can follow us right here every day. Scott and Kevin do an amazing job at swim lessons, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hincks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, man.
Morning, Kevin.
I can tell you, I've been using your platform forever, okay? So yesterday, I'm listening to your program, right? And it's so cool, you got the IMX number, right?
Right.
And what I didn't realize on that number too, Kevin, is that when you and Scott were talking about that, it not only tells you what the TD Ameritrade customers are buying and selling, but it's telling you, like, how much they're buying and selling. It was like, I'm listening to you guys talking, I'm saying to myself, that's a nice amount of information, man.
It's a great amount of information, and what I like about it is we take that data from those numbers and look at the monthly movement of the stock that data was in.
I know.
And what our clients were doing during that month. You know what I mean? And that's when you can start to see. Like, I like the fact that it showed some of the names that were rising, like some of the banks. We were net buyers of the banks.
Yeah.
Right, at low numbers. And we were sellers of some of the oil rally. They were lightening their positions in oil as the market rallied, things like that. I like to see, the perception out there is that the retail investor is the dumb investor. Well, these numbers really kind of disprove that. And if they're dumb, they're not as dumb as they used to be, because they're lightening up on the downside, they're buying weakness, and they're trading it.
Yeah.
I like that.
And, then you guys switched, you went from that to about the open interest and contracts. Now, folks, I'm telling you something, man. I've been in this business for a long time. You want to listen to this program, man, because that lesson was amazing. And if you can just can you just kind of do a quick lesson on that? Because that was a cool lesson, man, as to understand what is an open contract inside the futures market.
Sure.
Or the options market, rather.
What we did was take you through that exercise of let's think about me and you, Tom and Tommy.
Yep.
And if Tom O'Brien buys 10 contracts from me,
right?
He bought 10, I bought 10. You're long, I'm short, and that's 10 open interest.
Yes.
Right? Now, if then Tommy buys buys your 10.
Right.
Right? So now you have 0.
Yep.
Tommy has 10. I'm still short 10. Open interest didn't change.
Right.
It just transferred your long to Tommy. I'm staying short. Same open interest. But if you and I both trade to close, then the open interest goes down.
Right.
So, like yesterday in Apple, we saw about, 7,000 open interest in some of the front expiration contracts.
Yes.
But 17,000 contracts trading, doubling the open interest. Well, we know that's not closing. We know that's new paper coming in.
Right.
Right? When your daily volume dwarfs the current open interest.
Yeah.
So we know that number's going up. It's just a matter how much. Sure, probably some of it was closing on both sides, but a big majority is going to be opening. It's just fun to dive into the numbers.
Well,
That's cool. Yeah.
It's fun for you and Scott because you know it upside down. It's a lesson, folks, that you can't get anywhere, which is so cool, man. You know what I mean? I'm sitting at my desk banging away. I'm saying to myself, "Oh, this is so cool, man." Do you know what I mean?
Totally. I missed that one, and I'm jealous now. I am.
No,
yeah.
it was just because you always hear it. You know what I mean? Our man, Mr. Andy Hex, he's always talking open interest, and and it's like, okay, man. My whole deal.
They're
is
important contributors to supply and demand,
they're
right?
huge, man. They're huge.
No matter what you're doing to keep them on your radar, I'm sure.
Totally. And
Right. And what I always say, Tom, what I always say on our Swim Lesson show is, don't listen to me because you think I'm smart. Listen to me because everything that can happen to you in this business has happened to me 5 or 10 times.
You have to love it, man.
I've
Totally.
been through every single thing, right? I was there in the 87 crash and the 89
Experiences
crash.
it all, man.
Totally.
Right, exactly.
12 o'clock.
I've got the emotional scars to prove it.
I love it. 12 o'clock right here at TFNN. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
He's just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls. Now, Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you have the Dow Industrials up 46. You get the Nasdaq up 19. S&P's up 5.5. And
we getting a little spike right now. What's going on?
Yeah, if we take a look, well, let's go into the E-minis first. Okay, so
here, 1 sec.
Actually, let's go into the NQs first because I want to sell.
That's where we're going to go.
I want to sell these NQs.
We're just looking on the Nadex exchange. We'll pull it up in a second. But go ahead.
So what we have is this: is that the 4,800, right where we are right now, that was the high that was established 2 nights ago at 0430. You're up here, and you're up here in air right now. Let me just see what's moving this baby. Because, okay, so you got Microchip Technology is up 7%. You get Charter Communications up 5%, 5.8. Mylan Pharmaceutical is up 2.6, and Liberty Financial is Liberty Ventures up 1.9. Taken away from it is that Norwegian Cruises, they're getting killed. They've been getting killed totally.
Is that from earnings? Or, is that the Zika?
I think it's
That's
both.
What I heard a couple reports. That could just be speculation that they run so many cruise routes. Who knows if they do? Let's see. Forecast on Brexit cuts forecast, so they cut their own forecast.
Right.
I don't know if Zika, but I bet it. We'll see. I don't know if the Norwegians. I don't know if they travel
it says cruise capacity growth in Miami didn't fully materialize, but that's not going to be just about Zika at this point. You know what I mean?
No, but if they are running through Miami,
it's heavy. It's heavy, man.
I was hearing a report, and I forget where it was. It was on some cable news network, but it was talking about how, especially these cruises that go through these, whether it's South American, just all these different, and you could see them really taking a hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Anyway, so there's a lot of reasons for them to be suffering today, I'm sure.
And so that's taking the hit in there. BioMarlin. So BioMarlin, they
BioMarin. There's no
BioMarlin. Marin. Marin, yeah. So that's down 3.5%. What that's down on, that's a secondary offering coming out. Netflix is down 1%. Stericycle is down 0.8%. QQQ. Our phone number, folks, is 877-927-6648. Yeah, it's not ready yet. It's dicey, man.
So let's just go over the trade that we were looking at, though, because it's a cool trade that you can kind of learn from.
Right.
And even if you're just learning the options that you have, right?
Right.
So let's say you were ready to go short right now.
Yeah.
Market's at 4,800.
Right.
Let's just pull up a chart real quick so we can see it as well. So we're looking at the spreads. We're looking at the daily spreads that expire at 4:15.
Yeah.
And really you were liking 2 possible options.
Yeah.
Now there's 4 here. Of course, there's others that expire at 4:15 that are only 40-point spreads. We're looking at the larger ones that are 60 to 80 points.
Right.
Is that right? Where did I just go?
I looked at the 80-point one first.
There we are. Okay. So the 2 we pulled up. Here's the 80-point one. And the ceiling is 48.20, and the floor is 47.40. Market's at 4,800. Now, the cool thing about this is that if you were going to sell it, you'd be risking about 200, selling it at almost 4,800, which is basically only 1 point below where the market's trading. So that's the premium you're paying, and you're paying that premium for the right to have only 19 to 20 points to the upside of loss, which is $200,
right,
or 60 points to the downside. Now, the next level you could go, though, is that if you wanted that big move to 47.40 and you wanted a lower risk, higher reward, which would be a lower probability, though, you're going to be successful.
If I thought the market was really going to tank.
Yeah.
Right.
And this would be a cool product, a cool instrument to trade, where 47.80 is the ceiling. So now right away you have 20 points the NASDAQ 100 would need to move with you before you start getting any value.
Yep.
So that's your risk, right? That's your risk that even though you're selling it at only $10 of risk for 1 point,
cool, though, man.
you need it to get to 47.79 to have any value. But guess what? On the days that you actually predict this correctly, you could have a huge windfall in terms of you have profit down to 47.40, and you're basically getting a 39 to 1 risk reward on your money.
I know.
So if you were fortunate enough to hold that to full value, you only need to be successful 1 out of about 40 times to break even. And you can see there's not much volatility priced into these, because this one really shows you that there's not much volatility, because it's right close to market, even though you have 20 points of loss to the upside and 60 to the downside. So really what the market's saying is there's not that much of a likelihood that this has 20 points swinging either way.
Right.
Because it's not making you pay for that risk reward. Now, if there was something enormous going on, like a Fed minutes coming out today, jobs report coming out, that you would have to pay a higher premium for this type of a risk reward, because the market would be well aware that this could spike 60 points. Whereas today, it's kind of saying maybe it can't. And that's where, if you think it can, you can kind of benefit from those types of
there's
products.
no doubt, man. There's no doubt. And what does happen is that inside the NDX 100, 20 points is nothing. That's
right. Lately. Now we're coming into, though, where earnings have come out.
That's
the Fed came out. The jobs report came out.
Flattens out.
We're at the end of August.
Yeah.
The VIX is low, right?
Oh.
So all those things come into what you have to pay for, and that is the time if you could predict a move and you're looking for a move, where that's where you're probably not going to be overpaying for premium. But guess what? You might be paying tiny amounts of premium when the market's still going to do nothing.
Right.
So that's the risk.
Right. And so what has happened here, now this gets interesting. So it was wanted to test that 4,800, right? So it got there. And when it got there, though, and this is why I still wouldn't go short, is that look at how it got there. That last spike had, not a huge amount of volume, but it had good volume, 5,600 contracts. So what I would do is sit here and wait and see, okay, what's the next test going to be? So why don't we do it the other way now, too, if you're bullish? Sure. Okay? So, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex product yet, a great product to basically test drive.
So, where is the market right now? Because I think that it's already climbed a little bit.
It has climbed up.
Can you just pull up?
It's climbed up a lot. Yeah.
So what happens is when it climbs up a lot, that's where you're going to get those risk-reward scenarios where they'll have a spread that is much lower than the market, and that's the one we looked at, where the ceiling is at 80, right? And so the ceiling being at 47.80 is where you get to risk that one to make 39.
Right.
Now they'll recalibrate these if it gets too out of whack, and you have the hourly ones. So. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a shot. And so that's okay. I'm going to pull back up the Nadex one now, though. So you can just see that, I mean, this was our close yesterday, right? And so that's where I think these
47.78.
Yeah, and I think these open back up, the dailies, at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
And so that's where the middle of the market's kind of going to get set. And those are the biggest spreads, and so that's what we're looking at.
Right.
So going back to the Nadex platform, and you'll see there's still, so for the upside right now, there's one where 4,800's the square middle, so we have a 40-point spread.
Right.
That would be pretty much like a risk reward even for even, where you're getting point for point.
Okay.
And beyond that, that would be your best chance on the upside.
And then when we come back, we'll take a look at the 9 to 11, because they might have reset those at 9. Well, they would have.
Yeah, even 10 to 12.
Oh, the 10 to 12. Yeah, they would have.
There's opportunities. We'll go through that.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 43. Nasdaq's up 18. S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 40, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 5.5, and
so we're just hanging around at 4,800, right?
Right.
So you're asking bullish opportunities in the same right. So these are the ones that expire at 12. So these get introduced, I think, around 10, because that's when they open.
Yes.
So that's where they're going to get calibrated around 10 o'clock, which we'll just look at the chart, and it's trading kind of up around 47.95.
Right.
So you have opportunities. These are 10 points, so they're going to have $100 of full value, $10 per point.
Yep.
And you have either bullish opportunities where this one, the middle is going to be 4,800, so you're going to be almost even money.
okay.
Max loss of 46,
I
max
see.
profit 54.
Right.
And if you want to go for one where your max profit's at 48.10 and you start getting value at 4,800, this is where you're going to be paying about $27 for each contract. I can already see it, 25. These are easy because they're within 10 points, $100.
Yes.
You're buying it at 25. Max loss 25. Max profit 75.
Okay,
It expires at
look at that
48.10.
again. So that's
So this, we always talk about you want to know the floor, middle, and ceiling.
right.
Right? Floor is 4,800.
Yep.
Middle's 48.05. Ceiling's
Okay.
48.10. 10 points. And so that's where you'd be getting in at 48.026. Market's at 47.98. So you're getting in 4.6
You
points
need- you
above
need some
market.
movement, yeah.
And you have until 12, which is an hour and a half.
Right.
But it is cool that you could, triple your money with a move of only 12 points. Now again, this is so short term though. That's why you're getting those types of risk
I know.
rewards.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So looking at the bearish one and the bullish one, that is an indication that this market's just going to go sideways, and that's what
There's
the
not
premiums
much premium priced in for the
that's pretty cool.
volatility.
Right. And that would make sense in the context of August 9th.
Right. and it's so much news out of the market.
Right.
Same thing we're talking about, for sure.
Right. So maybe it's time to go on vacation, folks.
It could be.
That's pretty cool, man. I like it.
As small as you think you're going to be paying for that premium, you're still paying for it if you're not getting big moves, no matter what.
As much as I want to sell that thing, I'm not going to sell it.
Yeah, because
because it's like it'll just if it just stays there, that's not good enough.
No,
That's,
you have to be
know,
aware. I mean, it could be a lot better strategy to be paying a lot more premium at times of news.
Oh, totally.
That's it, you don't think like, oh, I'm getting such a bargain. This is when I just need to be right and capitalize on it, because maybe you just can't be right, because what happens if the market, the S&P is within 5 points for the day, and what happens if we just kind of have a slow few weeks?
Just like yesterday.
Right.
Yesterday was just a sideways move, light volume, went slightly lower, but realistically it was a sideways move.
And maybe we just get some action at the open, and just that's it.
it.
That's kind of the action you get. It's possible, right? I mean, that's what the market's saying on these for sure. And again, let's look at, so the daily ones are really where you can see it right away. When this is just a wake up, as again, it's nice that it's almost at 4,800 on the dot, because it allows you to
gauge it pretty easy.
Sorry,
the bottom one.
I did not want. I wanted the bottom one. Yes, thank you. And so again, you're paying less than 1 point for a trade, where you're almost getting 3 to 1 risk reward. So right away,
you're still paying a point.
You're still paying a point. Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. That's just the way you want to think about it.
No, I know. Sad.
Not sad at all. Why is it sad? Sad.
Because I want more volatility.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the IBB and take a look at inside the IBB. So the IBB is up 77 cents right now. And, yesterday you come down with some juice. So the IBB, folks, has to get back inside this 287.87 to get in the lower range. We'll see how this handles it. But bottom line is that right now, let's see, we did actually, you pushed actually low again with some volume this morning. That's interesting, man. Because we already had 283,000 shares, and that's pretty good volume for, when after hitting highs with 965,000 shares. Gold market, GCZ6.
A little pop there.
Yeah. And we're up, let's see. We gotta get on.
That's good timing, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. So you got 85,000 contracts. You're going into 257, I believe. You're gonna need 223. We'll see if it can make it up to 1355. Yeah. Thus far, it doesn't have enough juice. Let's get a Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Tommy.
How you doing,
Tom?
man?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. Thanks for the advice, Tommy, on Friday. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you took some profits, man. He had a killer trade.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Some big, with the gold and what was going on. Yeah,
Sweet.
right here. He had been short.
Oh.
What were you in? What was the exact vehicle? Was it JDST, Tom?
Yeah, it was DST,
Yeah.
Okay.
And the jobs came out
Can't go wrong
Friday.
with that type of a
Yeah.
trade on news and getting, all the action in one day.
Yeah, I took it all off around 3:55 p.m. on Friday.
Perfect, man. You just let
Yeah.
the day play out and then close it out before the weekend.
Because what it did do there, too, and it moved
Yeah,
a
there you
lot,
go.
but it actually moved so much from the night before.
Yeah, so that's the direction. Bear 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Went from 464 down to what? 420. Yeah.
And man, what a perfect lesson, right? That it's right back where it was the close Thursday, Tom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just
That's
that
what I'm
quick,
looking for an
man.
entry point.
What'd you say?
I'm looking for an entry point again.
I'm sure. Right back where you got in last time.
Okay, so you get the JDST, folks, is with the junior gold mine is 3 times bear position, and what has happened is this: it's the juniors, folks. If we go to you go to the GDXJ, it was the juniors that got weaker before the seniors. Okay. Inside the marketplace, okay? So the juniors are made up of just junior gold mining companies. Sure. But when you look at the strength versus the weakness, it was the juniors that fell apart first versus anyway, the juniors are more weak than the seniors.
They're weaker.
They're weaker, thank you. So, looking at this baby, yesterday, this is a classic yesterday, so check this out. You got up to, let's see, did it make it 50-80? The seniors did. Yeah, look at this. This is cool. So it got up to the lows of where it had tested its highs on the 8th, on the 4th of August, which is $50.80. So you made it to 50.85, and then you closed at 50.23. Now, if it closed at 49.90, it would have been a total failure on price and volume, because that would be that'd be closed under the high of Friday. What I would wait for now, Tom, is to make sure that this thing closes today under 50.80. You know, I know it's tempting, because listen, my take on it is that, you get ABC downs all over the place, not all over the place, but you got a couple big ones in the gold contract. They've already broken the B point. They've broken with volume. All of the above.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to get it in the low, like 410, 405, something like that.
I think you get it, man. I think you just got to sit there. Well, actually, here, you just stay right there for a second. Tommy and I will come right back, okay? Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 42, Nasdaq's up 20, S&P's are up 6.5. Tommy, and Tom are going to be right back.
You got it.
And we're going to be talking gold.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Tom from Plymouth, and he's asking about the direction JDST. You know, Tom, I was just saying to Tommy, this thing's like really close right now. On a day trade, I think you can actually probably bite on this thing right now.
Do you want to take a look at the chart? Is that what you're talking about?
So if I pull up the GDXJ, what you're going to see is this, is that it tried to, let's see, did it get to 51.20? Yeah, well, so the gap down from yesterday, right, Tom? It's $51.12.
That's Thursday.
Thursday. Thank you, man. It's even better. So $51.12. It got to 51.19 and failed thus far. You know, it's like, okay, man. It's like it did what it was supposed to do. And as long as you close this out at the end of the day, you know, if it's back up at that 51.19, meaning the GDXJ, I think
GDXJ. Just this one's the G.
Right, the GDXJ, you'll be in good shape. So if I go back over to the JD
ST.
I don't think it's the ST. Okay, so if we go back over to the direction 300%,
Bear.
You're at 417. Yeah, I'd listen, man.
I'm gonna nibble away at it.
You can bite right here, yeah, because that did the exact same thing. It came back into, you know, if it closed here, I'd get out of it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But it looks to me like if we go over to, well, you'd have to go over, let's see, we can go over to GOLD. You could go to MUX. Let's see what MUX is doing. Yeah, MUX doesn't have any traction on it. GPL, that's in it. It's not bad.
Dollar.
I'm sorry?
I need a little help from King Dollar.
Yeah. And right now, DXU6, I'm not sure whether you're going to get any help today from it. 96.12. Let's see. So King Dollar. Well, it's. You might get a little help. You know, the last the get-go down was at 10 o'clock. That did 1,200 contracts. We made a low at 938, which isn't bad. So I can build some cars and get slightly higher. Nothing big. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think
advice.
you're set up pretty good there, man. I think. You know, because what I suspect, you know, could happen. The broad market, like the NDX, just went over that 4,800. That can keep moving higher. But I think what you're also going to see is as all these equities, if they do keep moving higher, you still might see a little selling off inside the gold and silver equities, because the volume is anemic. Like if we go over to the strongest gold stock there is, Wrangell Resources. I mean, this thing's got hit. You know, it's off the high of 126. You're at 110. It blew away a B point with monster volume. You know, you're talking 2.1 million versus 1.6. It went up yesterday on 600,000, and today we'll probably do about 600,000 too. And that is an indication that equity right there, folks, has been the strongest gold equity for 10 years. So, and they have trouble, not trouble, but they, in one of their mines in Mali, is not that gap down wasn't a gap down because of the jobs number of the dollar. What that was is that they missed their numbers. But guess what? If they missed their numbers, a lot of these other equities are trading at very high valuations right now, if you're a fundamentalist. Hey, what's the weather like up there?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Is
This
it
the best
cool?
best summer that I can remember.
Really? How cool is that?
It's been hot. It hasn't even rained much. We do need some rain, but I mean, it's been hot. It's been beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Especially, you know, up.
It won't last too much longer.
Yeah, soak it all in, man,
yeah,
for sure.
You got another 3 or 4 weeks,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
More than that.
Oh yeah, through August,
Yeah.
through September is beautiful. You get some fall beautiful weather.
The hardest part, I think, one of the hardest parts up there was that if it'd be nice all week when you're working, and on the weekend it was lousy. It's like, oh no, don't
That's
do
why
this.
you gotta soak it all in.
Don't
Take it
do
all
this
in.
to me. Yeah.
The weekends have been pretty good too. I mean, it's been a very good summer. I can't.
That's awesome,
man. Sweet, man.
Totally. Cooking, brother. Hey, are you underwater or something?
Close to it, yeah. The water's cold in Plymouth still, though.
No, the way that your phone connection's coming through. Is it me?
I don't know.
Is it
I
me?
don't know.
Why, do you have a good connection?
He sounds all right.
Oh, man, it's my mic then. It's my earbuds. Okay. Cooking, brother.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. So the NQs, they're going up there 48.04. Maybe I'll get them at 48.20, right at the top of the range.
So with this type of a risk reward, and this is where again it's going to be cool to see how things are going, right? If you're selling it, even better, 175 risk for 625. But now you're paying 1.2 points in premium. As in premium is going to get added. They're not going to allow you to get in with 1 point of premium, risking.
As it's getting closer to the top.
Yeah, because that would be, you'd be risking 1 to make 79.
Right.
So that's where you just want to get used to how these move so that when you want to trade them, you understand how they're going. Still, now looking at this one, right?
That's more bizarre, yeah.
You're down to risking 6 or 394. I mean, on the day that you could ever accurately predict a reversal in that type of action, with that type of volatility, you can see the types of moves that are possible.
Pretty amazing.
And it's a hugely out of the money option for the end of the day. So of course you're going to get some massive risk reward when basically you have 25 NASDAQ points that has to move again with you before you get anything back.
On a day that you have a slow grind up and Europe continues to get higher. The DAX is up 154 right now.
Right. And why would it turn around? But as we know, anything can happen in these afternoons for sure.
No doubt. If we go take a look at inside the Dow, let's see what's moving this Dow out here. So Pfizer is up 0.9, Goldman's up 0.8, Microsoft's up 0.6, and Visa is up 0.5.
Yeah. On the downside, it's interesting. Nothing down more than almost 0.2.
Right.
Yeah.
That's GE down 0.2, American Express, DuPont, and ExxonMobil. The NDX continues to. You can see the volatility in the NDX too. So look at this, folks. Okay, as to the movers on both sides.
Yeah.
Right. You have Norwegian Cruises down 8.5%, and you have Microchip Technology up 8.1%. You have Charter Communications up 7%. You have BioMarin down 4%. You have Mylan up 2.8%. INCY down 3.6%. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Huge moves now.
It is.
And even Netflix. Netflix moving more than 1%. Such a mammoth company. That's a big move. Down.
I'm thinking of getting one of those Amazon things. The Echoes. Is that what it is? What is it? Is it called the Echo?
Yeah. Nice.
Dave White's gonna give me an email right now. So don't get it.
That means you got a microphone in your house. Privy. Amazon's gonna know all your conversations.
That makes zero sense. Yeah. We'll be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And, of course, don't forget, on Tuesdays, folks, we go from 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon after my show in the afternoon. 3 to 5, we got our man, Mr. Andy Heck, and he's got a big deal today. Today is his 300th show.
He's so good, man.
TFNN.
He keeps notes of everything. He has, his plan for each show, and so he has it. And today is number 300. Time flies, man.
That blows my mind,
doing
man.
2 shows a week since he launched, and that's got to be almost approaching 3 years. And it seems like yesterday that we were talking to him and starting his program, starting his newsletter. And today is the 300th program.
Pretty amazing.
So he came up with an awesome special for his newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report. It comes out every week, every Thursday morning. Just so much good information on so many different commodities. He's trading ETFs in there too. He's trading equity, so you don't just need to trade futures. And normally that's $79 a month. And for this, he's going to do $300 for the 300th show for 6 months. So really, that's $50 a month. It's over like 36% savings off the monthly price. And you can lock in $300. You get 6 months of the newsletter. And that's a recurring subscription too. You can cancel any time, and not have it recur. But you can also lock it in for if that's something you want us to subscribe to long term. And it's for today only. Okay. So you kind of have this one day opportunity to lock in at $50 a month, paying every 6 months for $300. You can cancel any time. But you can lock in.
Call him up this afternoon and congratulate him too, folks.
Yeah, that's what I said. We sent out a newsletter and I said call him up and say hello on his 300th show.
Nice.
Because that's a pretty cool feat, regardless.
Huge. And then we get our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. We're kicking in tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So tomorrow night, 5 till 6 p.m., Steve Rhodes is going to be doing a workshop for his subscribers to Mastering Probability, Japanese Candlesticks, the Ultimate Trading Signal. And right now, he's put out, you can get your first month for only $49. That's an awesome special, too. You get the 60-minute workshop, you get his newsletter, you get his money management webinar, and you get it all for $49. Which is a great deal, for sure. I mean, if anybody knows candlesticks, they have so many patterns. That was one of the first things when I was, coming into it, that you were all over at that scene. Yeah,
no doubt.
So that's a tremendous deal as well. So people should check them both out.
Right on the front page of TFNN.
A nice couple days coming up.
Huge. And if we look at the markets right now, bottom line is that those NQs still want higher price. So we'll
this
see
is where it gets tough, though, right? Because,
it does.
Because as it just continues to creep up, it's a little tough to pull the trigger on a short, as it just won't show any weakness.
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So bottom line, sideways day. You're going to have light volume out here. If we look at the Qs right now, and this is where you get a good indication right from overseas too, folks. Okay, as we've been on, okay, the DAX. The DAX right now is up 1.7%, and watch this. In the last hour, let's see, there you go. Let's see, is that 9? There's 10. Yeah. Okay, so there's 10. So the DAX
since we came on the show,
has gone from 10,556 to 10,613. So that's an indication that our markets are going to creep.
Sure.
It's just money flowing.
It's definitely not an indication that there's going to be a reversal.
Exactly.
Right, no matter.
Totally, man. Totally.
Yeah.
And so that's something to keep your head wrapped around. I think Tom from Plymouth. I think he's going to get some action. That market is dull right now. But GDXJ, what just did happen is that you got your first little sell down into it right after that too. So once it got below the 50.70, actually it got below 50.77 again. It dipped down to 50.71 for a few minutes. You get down to that 50.77, that'll get you into the bigger bar, and then you got game on to 50.23. So that's where there could be a surprise, I'd say, in the marketplace today, meaning in that sector.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Then we're going to Swim headquarters. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and of course the 300th show of our man, Mr. Andy Heck.
Commodities Hour.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. We do appreciate your growling and prowling with us. Stay right there. Basil's coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.